So today is Monday, September 13th, and it is 5:09 p.m. I'm about to do a collage right now. I already have one piece that I want to use. It's from a painting. The image looks like a woman praying. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. The other thing I want to do is I always go to Wikimedia Commons and use the picture of the day. So that's a challenge to see how I'll be able to use it. The other thing is I've been reading a lot of manga, and I want to challenge myself to tell a short story on a page using 1 2x3 page. See if I could get 2 or 3 panels to tell a story that way. Besides that, I don't have much of a concept in mind yet. Also, from reading manga, I saw a panel that was like the main character was in the foreground. He was on a wall next to an opening, and then there was a person in the room behind him. So I think that might be cool to try and create that space where it's behind the door is a room, but our main character's in the room in front. So I'll see if I could do that. My sanity, yeah, my sanity. Yeah, baby, will you stay for just a little longer for me? A little longer for me. Okay, it's now 5:30. I like the way it's coming out. I got the layout of the room so far, and it came together much easier than I thought it would. And so did the layout of the manga panel style. I think I'm liking this. I'm liking this experiment. I'm gonna have to deal with the fact that it looks so two-dimensional. I can't think of a real way to add in like proper shadows to mimic like 3-dimensional lighting. So I'll have to make do with that. I think it looks fine right now. So all it's missing right now is our main character in the foreground. And then for the bottom panel, I think I want it to be like a close-up of our main character's face or eyes. And that means I'll have to spend a lot of time looking for a good picture. In the future, I think it might be worth taking pictures of myself for things like this. I can imagine, sometimes I get an idea and then the bulk of my time goes into looking for a picture that fits that exact angle or that exact pose or something like that. And then it also has to be a high quality image with enough distinction between subject and environment so that I could crop it out. So in the future, it may be worth taking my own pictures for things like this. But for now, I'm gonna have to look for a picture to be my main subject. And as far as the woman praying, at first I thought I'd want to show her praying to something, but that would be me imposing my idea of what her ideal might be. So I think it's going to be better to just leave it out and have the viewer imagine what she might be praying to. And with that said, I'm going to have to be looking for another picture now. So it's 5:45 now. I'm kind of getting more comfortable with this whole documenting it thing. So the internet has not been working in this room for a while now. And this is the first time it's posed a problem because I usually don't require internet in here, but now that I'm doing a collage, it's really slow because I'm trying to use my phone hotspot, and I guess it's just overloading it or something to be recording at the same time. So that's my current frustration, is trying to actually load the web pages so that I can download things. It's going very slowly. But I have a concept in mind now. I think I want the main character to be like a small child playing with toys. I don't know why, but that's the concept I have in my head. And I'll make the toy one of my like origami structure things. So I'll probably take the picture of the day and warp it into something that looks like a toy, and then I'll need a picture of like a child crawling or something along those lines, and we'll see where that takes me. Will you stay by my side in the light one more time? Will you stay? Will you stay? Will you stay? Will you stay by my side? Okay, it's currently 6:21 p.m. and I found a picture of children playing on the ground. It works. It turned out to be a painting by Jean-Baptiste Debray. I had never heard of him before, but that's kind of why I like doing this and looking for paintings in particular, because it puts me in contact with these paintings I would have seen before. And it's really interesting painting. I had to look it up, but apparently Jean-Baptiste Debray was a French painter in the early 19th century. The painting I'm using is from 1823. Apparently he went and lived in Brazil for a while, and the paintings I've seen of him apparently are depicting this slave-owning family that he lived with, and he seems to have tried to get across the hierarchical nature of the slave-owner relationship. I just thought it was interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be using those themes in my painting or in my collage. I just took two of the children that were in the painting because the perspective of them being on the ground works perfectly for my collage, and even the shadows, I got a little bit of those in there, add a lot of perspective. The only problem is now the woman praying in the background, I'm not sure if it works anymore. It feels like there's too many subjects now and you don't know what to pay attention to when you're looking at it. So I could put something else back there. I could still make it seem like a room. I'm not quite sure. I might still try and see how I can fit her in. But for now, I'm gonna continue with the idea of putting a little origami sculpture in between the kids, because the way they look, it'll look like one's reaching for it and the other's crawling for it. So I think that'll be good. And then I just need to figure out what to put in the background on the other room. It is 6:56 p.m. and I finally finished. I'm gonna call it Fight. I don't know how this came about, but I guess the image in my head is that the little boy is fighting that sculpture. That sculpture used to exist on the table that's in the background, but I guess it somehow came to life, and now the boy is fighting it. I wonder if you could even imagine that that was the case if I didn't tell you. I don't think this piece has any greater meaning, but that might not be for me to say. To me, it was just an experiment in paneling. Like I said, I've been pretty influenced by manga recently, and I thought, what if I could do like a manga collage? To the point, what if I could make like a whole chapter like this? Would that even work? I mean, as I am now, it sounds impossible. It would have to be me taking pictures of myself at the very least, so that I could get the angles right for whatever my ideas are. But directing is hard. Like, one of the things about manga is they have to like direct what shots to draw. So yeah, you might have seen me struggling with it. I couldn't tell what exactly should be in that second panel. And then I had to rearrange the order. So now I guess it makes more sense, but yeah. Anyway, my brain is really tired right now, which means I did some real creative work. So, thank you for watching.
It gets dark at night, that's when you leave.